Hello everyone, I'm Tanmoy. I'm welcoming all of you to our online preparation course on IELTS. From Higher Studies Abroad, we are offering a full-length online preparation course for Bangladeshi test takers. Today I'll quickly go through some of the topics and the course outline for our course. So, let's dive into it.
আমরা সবাই জানি IELTS এর 4টি মডিউল থাকবে: স্পিকিং, listening, reading and writing. So in our course we will have 40 classes based on those 4 modules. Within our 40 classes we will have 10 classes on speaking, 10 classes on listening, 10 classes on reading and 10 classes on writing section. So basically, say in speaking section we will have many classes based on marking criteria on IELTS speaking. Similarly, in writing we will have classes based on task 1 and task 2. So here's my profile. I am your IELTS trainer for this course. I've graduated from Florida State University and I have more than 5 years experience in IELTS training. If you wanna see my other video on IELTS, you may go to my Facebook page.
Hello everyone. আজ আমি IELTS স্পিকিং এর পার্ট 3 এর একটা কোশ্চেন নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। So let's get started. IELTS স্পিকিং পার্ট 3 এর একটা কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে এই রকম যে কম্পেয়ার করতে হবে। কি কম্পেয়ার করব?
There will be total 40 classes, 10 classes in each module. Every class will be more or less 1 hour. It's not that precise obviously. So the number of the students of each class is maximum 10. So let's move on to the speaking section. In speaking, basically, our classes will be divided in 3 sections. For part 1, then for part 2 and then for part 3. Say for part 1, we have this question. What is your favorite color? In this course, we will learn how to answer these simple questions. If you answer like, my favorite color is blue, you are going to get 5 in IELTS speaking section. But 5 is not enough, right? So, we need to learn how to answer these simple questions with smart answers. Then say for part 2, we have this question. Tell me about your favorite celebrity. Then for part 3, we have something like this. In our course, we learn how to answer this type of questions. How to get 8 in IELTS speaking and not kill anyone. And then obviously, in IELTS speaking, at least 90% of the time, you will get questions related to only these 10 topics. So, we'll learn about these topics and the common questions here. Now let's move on to the listening module. To improve listening, we need to learn some phonetic rules. In this course, I will try to teach you some phonetic rules. And then obviously, for Bangladeshi people, we struggle in section 3. We will learn how to improve section 3. And then for IELTS, if you wanna try for a higher score, you are supposed to make the highest score in listening. Because getting a higher score in listening is easier compared to other modules. Let's move on to the reading part. One of the dreadful part of IELTS. In reading, I will try to teach you this type of scenarios. Like maybe from different coaching centers in Bangladesh, you already know how to scan or skim or something like that. But in IELTS, sometimes you are not supposed to scan. We will learn those traps. And in IELTS, we have some common topics in reading. In this course, I will try to teach this type of topics so that you can answer appropriately and within the time frame in your IELTS reading module. We have 10 classes in IELTS reading. Majority of the classes will cover the question types. Yes, no, not given, or maybe list of heading. Most of the Bangladeshi peoples are struggling with only 3 or 4 question types. After completing all of the previous tasks, like all of the previous reading contents, we'll try to cover some of these things maybe after 7th or 8th class in IELTS reading module. In writing, sorry to say, most of the Bangladeshi people are pretty weak in writing section, so we need to focus on this as well. Before focusing on content, we are supposed to know the marking criteria for IELTS writing. So IELTS writing, we have 4 marking criteria. So in this course, in this online course, I will try to teach you everything you need for performing better in your IELTS writing. Say for example, this is for IELTS General Training Task 1. You are supposed to write a letter based on this information. After completing this course, you will know everything needed to answer this question smartly. And then Task 2. We are supposed to focus more in Task 2 because 2/3 of your writing mark will depend on task 2 and 1/3 of your writing mark will depend on the task 1. So that's all for today. We from Higher Studies Abroad are trying our best to offer an online course in IELTS, and hopefully you will like it. Thank you.